Let's go to Minnesota next.
Okay. Yeah. This is where we should have gone.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there's no order here. Like we can just kind of jump around.
I know. It's just like, this is the team. Like this team has like 5 dudes we're going to have to pause on for a little bit. So,
yeah. So Terrence Shannon Jr. goes for 3 games, 20 points, 24 points, 24 points, shoots 47, 39, 95, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. The Shannon conversation's interesting because he was awesome at this level. Like it was impossible literally to deal with him in any way, shape, or form athletically.
Yeah.
He is so explosive. He's so fast running the court. He is a monster in transition, and a lot of these games end up being transition games. Did you see anything that was new from Shannon? I guess that'd be my question.
No, and I mean, he made shots at a really high level. And so like, that's the thing that probably stood out the most. And I know like the caveat, I gave it the last episode, like this doesn't always translate. And so like, take it a little bit grain of salt here, but I mean, across the board, 48, 39, 95, got to the free throw line a lot, but no, like, here's what I struggled with some of these guys, Sam, to be quite frank. It's like, why am I valuing Summer League and giving analysis on them in Summer League when I've seen them play in the playoffs? And like, that's what with some of these guys, it's just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And so it's
Terrence looked so far above this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just looked so far. Like Jaylen Clark, I've said like Jaylen Clark, I think probably plays, semi-real minutes for Minnesota this year because the defense is just so good. Right. Yeah. And he should be able to come in and like hopefully replace some of those Nickeil Alexander-Walker minutes. But like he didn't look above this.
No.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't look like he didn't belong here. Like Terrence looked like he didn't belong at Summer League.
That's fair because like going into the offseason, Shannon Jr. probably had was the front runner to take on the role. But like I thought, like coming out of this, I'd be like, Shannon Jr. definitely is getting first crack.
No, he's the guy.
Yeah, he's getting the first crack at the minutes. And, not solely based, I think he was anyway, but if you just went based off what we saw at Summer League, like you said, he looked way too good for this.
It's a more, it's an easier fit in theory to slot Jaylen Clark into that role as opposed to Terrence, because Jaylen does exactly what Nickeil does.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like he's a great defender. Nickeil's way more capable with the ball in his hand than what Jaylen is. And like, I think Nickeil's offense probably goes a little bit more underrated.
I agree with that.
Than it should. But like Jaylen is like pure 3-and-D, whereas Terrence is like, whirling dervish of athleticism who like flies around the court and like, literally injured Micah Peavy by accident just by sprinting into his back the one moment at Summer League, right? Like, I thought Shannon, for a guy that in general this year, like if you go back through the regular season, didn't play crazy minutes. Like, do you know how many minutes Shannon played in the regular season this year?
I like I said, probably less than I thought. 500, 700.
Yeah, he played 330.
Oh, wow.
This year. And then like went into the playoffs and played, some minutes, right? Like here and there, he played 57 in the playoffs. Like there were a couple moments against Oklahoma City where he was pretty okay. But for a guy that only played 300 minutes, I thought was really, really good in this Summer League environment. And you would expect him to be good. He's, 24 or 25 now?
He turns 25 in a week. So yeah.
Yeah. So like you would expect him to come in and be better and above this than a lot of guys, but in the game fits exactly what Summer League is.
Yeah.
In such a big way. But I think the fact that he showed it and consistently showcased that he was above the level and only had to play 3 games and they were able to call it with him after that, I think is a great sign for Minnesota. And I would expect that he plays 1,500 minutes this year.
Yep. I know. I agree. He was good. He was good. He was very impressive. He knocked down shots. But I'm not walking away like surprised by that in any way.
Yeah, I didn't walk away surprised.
I think that's a compliment to Terrence Shannon Jr. as well. Like, that's not a knock. It's a compliment of where I feel like he is as a player.
Okay. Next player here is Rob Dillingham. I don't really know. I don't know what to say about Rob on some level, because he was not particularly efficient at Summer League. I didn't think. Didn't shoot the ball well. Obviously, like, he made threes in that first game against the Pelicans, but went 4 of 14 overall. Second game against the Nuggets, 2 of 6 from 3. Only went 1 of 6 over the course of the next 2 games and 57 minutes from 3. I thought that the passing looked better.
Sure.
But there were also a significant number of turnovers where I felt like the process was not great for him. It felt, I guess in general, that was kind of my takeaway. He is so skilled at this level that he's going to be able to like get buckets and like get past this man kind of whenever he wants. But I didn't think the process was great. Like, we'll talk about Reed Shepherd later. Like, it's very clear to me with Houston that Reed that Houston told him, like, just go and get as many shots as you want and like go and try and create as much as you can. Like, that this is your thing. And in the first game, it looked great. In the second game against Detroit, it was like so, right? With Rob, I don't know if I can pinpoint exactly what that process was that they kind of told him to do. And I'm intrigued to kind of hear your take on it, I guess.
Yeah. So I told you, we talked a little bit about this before. Like, I think he was a handful for teams to keep in front of them. That's like straight from my notes from the Pistons game. But then I thought he struggled to convert on those drives, whether it was the passing or the scoring. Like, I thought it was an all around inefficient outing for him. I mean, even if you just look at the numbers, Sam, he averaged less assists and more turnovers than his rookie year at Summer League. And the efficiency scoring went up, but nothing crazy. Like, if anything, he got to the free throw line a little bit more and shot it better there. So, like you said, the skill level is real. I was always, I think you were as well, like a little bit lower on this. I always push back like on the size and then what does this act like? I didn't walk away from that going, hey, you know who shouldn't start next year? Mike Conley. You know who should start in his place? Rob Dillingham. No. I did not walk away from Summer League. Like, I don't know that I would go into the season anyway.
Yeah, I walked away like wondering how many minutes he plays next year. Yeah, and like he might be able to be the backup point guard. Like, I would love to see it, but yeah, like the process in terms of like this is the best way to put it. Mud Dog 13. Shout out Mud Dog 13. Rob's a score first guy. He's trying to focus more on playmaking, defense, get himself on the court. He's learning to try and balance the defense and playmaking while maintaining his offense. It felt like that to me, that he was trying to maintain that balance and trying to like figure out that balance. But I don't know if he has it yet, I think would be my thing.
So I think that's fair. We talk about this all the time. It's funny how many of these themes continue to come up. Changing a player's mentality is not as easy as people think. Like we talked about how changing a player's body and managing how much you're going to add to it while keeping flexibility and mobility. I think changing a player's, like, if Rob Dillingham is a score first player and you're trying to completely change that mentality to something different, that is not an easy process. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's not easy because he has played a certain way his whole life. And there's a lot of minutes and a lot of games of him playing that way. So if that is what they're doing, it's probably not going to be this year, Sam. I don't think that's a 1-year conversion for a young player, especially one that's battling size differences. And I think that's fair to bring that up. So I'm with you. Like, I don't know what the rotation looks like. Like, I don't know if he ends up playing the amount of minutes that maybe I would have guessed when he got drafted and they spent that draft capital on him. I knew it wasn't going to be year 1, but I figured it'd probably be year 2. It may still not be as many as what I think even this coming year. Yeah.
It wasn't terrible for Rob. Like, I want to be clear about that.
No.
Like, he played fine.
Fine. He was fine. Yes.
Yeah. And definitely took a lot of shots. Like, he took 17 shots a game at Summer League. Like, he was really getting it up. And it's the same. Like I still just don't know that balance is quite there yet. I'm interested to see what he looks like this season in the minutes. And if they give him minutes, honestly, can he earn a spot? Like he's going to have to earn a spot in training camp in their rotation, I would guess. And, we'll see if he's able to do that. I think right now, I think I would be surprised just given their depth. Like whereas Terrence Shannon looked like a guy who's like definitely in their rotation day one. So did you think Berenger or Dillingham was more impressive? I thought Rob was better than Berenger. I will say that, but like for what we expected coming in, I think I expected more from Rob.
That's fair.
Than I did from Berenger.
Yeah.
And
so I was trying to twist the question to like, who would you trust more to come off the bench on an NBA game tomorrow? Like, who do you think would be more impactful? Rob playing backup point guard or Berenger playing backup center? 12 minutes. We need 12.
Probably, honestly,
we need 12 minutes tomorrow, Sam, in a backup role. Who are you more confident will fill that specific role?
Probably Berenger.
That's what I'm like. The fact that you even have to think about it a little bit in that context is what I wish that wasn't it. Cause you're right. Dillingham was better in general, but it's like, okay, for the role that he's going to be asked of, like, who is he ready to do that yet? I don't know. I wish I felt better about it coming out of Summer League.
So this is the real question, right? So we have to talk about Jaylen Clark here, right?
Yep.
Would you trust Jaylen Clark in a role or Rob Dillingham in a role next year?
I mean, I think
that's actually who he's competing against.
Yeah, because Dante's going to get one of those spots as a backup or whatever. Going into the season, I think I would give Jaylen the first crack because of what he does defensively, his physicality, all of that. And if he just flat out can't make shots to keep him on the floor, then I would, after 30 games or whatever, then I would transition to Rob and see if Rob could give us something different. Because at the end of the day, Clark's got to make shots to stay on the floor in the playoffs.
Correct.
And so like, I think I would give Clark those first minutes.
And I feel like we're being harsh on Dillingham here. And I really don't mean to be necessarily.
Sure.
It's just that this is a team that has made the conference finals in back-to-back years. And I think that, they traded, what is it? Like a 2031 swap and a 2030 first or something.
Yep.
Like they gave up like real value to get him, hoping that in year 2, he would be able to be like a genuinely impactful player.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I kind of wonder if Jaylen Clark's going to be the guy that is able to like make it work.
It's a great point in terms of like back-to-back Western Conference finals. And they're essentially running it back minus Nah. And so it's like, they got to find that one spot, right, to replace him with some minutes, and it will be interesting. I do feel like maybe it's probably coming off harsher than what I intended to be, because it's not like he was just dreadful, awful. It was just a little bit more like in a year 2 situation. I wish it would have looked a little bit easier, a little bit more efficient. Not even easier, because he does make it look easy because he's able to go by a guy. I wish it would have been more efficient on the back end after he broke down the defense.
Yeah. I mean, Jaylen Clark's just like not a summer league guy. Like it's fine. Like, I don't know that we need to like really dig into that much more than we are. Great defender, had 2.5 steals a game, had 2.5 assists per game versus only 0.8 turnovers. Like I thought that was actually like the process for him was a good, improvement, but it's just not, this is not his environment to me.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with him, it would have been nice if he made shots, right? He got up almost 6 a game, which is good. I like the volume and the willingness to shoot. Shot 30%. Like he's got to make shots during the season because we know he's going to defend his ass off. Yep.
Okay. Final guy here. I think the people want to know my take on Leonard Miller.
I would love.
I thought Lenny looked a bit more. It's hard because he averaged like 17 and 9 or whatever. Like it's very similar to Rob. Like he was super productive. It's just that I really worry what the role is. And I thought that he didn't have a whole lot of chemistry with like anybody on the court. Kind of.
Yeah.
Like he felt like he was doing his own thing a lot of the time. And that's really my worry with Lenny. A lot of it is kind of in transition and he's kind of doing his own thing. And he's kind of like, you know, in the half court, like, what is he doing? Is he just in the dunker spot? Is he like picking and popping and missing pick and pop threes? Like, I'm just not sure what the role is for Lenny. And that was always the concern with him. I still remain concerned about that, I guess I would say.
Yeah, it's interesting with him too, because like he's not in the rotation going into the season at least. And it's like, so this is another year where he's, you know, not even coming off the bench, like not getting a ton of minutes for this team. And at some point you would like him to get those opportunities, but I'm kind of with you. You just look at the box score numbers. I like the physicality he plays with. I love the way he attacks rebounds. I'm just not sure I buy into the offensive skill level enough to really get that excited.
I would guess that. So he has like half of his deal guaranteed, I believe. It's not like fully guaranteed. I would guess that given their financial situation that he's
sure.
No, it's fully guaranteed now. I lied. So once he got past June 30th, it's fully guaranteed. So yeah, he's fine. But yeah, like I'm still trying to figure out what Lenny is, I guess.
Yeah.